Imagine standing in a packed stadium, the sun gleaming off ancient marble columns, as the roar of a crowd echoes through the ages. It's 1896, and the world is witnessing something historic: the birth of the modern Olympic Games in Athens. What's more astonishing? This global spectacle, which today brings together thousands of athletes, started with just 241 competitors. Want to know how a small dream turned into the greatest sporting event on Earth? Let's dive into the incredible story of the first modern Olympics, filled with surprises you've never heard before. The year was 1896, and Athens, Greece, became the center of the world's attention. After more than 1,500 years of no Olympic Games, a group of passionate visionaries led by Pierre de Coubertin, a French educator and historian, wanted to revive the ancient competition. Inspired by the original Greek games that had ended in 393 AD, Coubertin believed that the world needed a new way to unite through sport. But what most people don't realize is that the idea of bringing back the Olympics wasn't widely popular at first. Many thought it was impossible. Greece had just gone through political turmoil and financial hardship. How could a small country with limited resources pull off such a huge event? That's what makes the story of the 1896 Games so fascinating. They didn't just happen. They were fought for, dreamed about, and ultimately made real against all odds. While today's Olympics feature athletes from nearly every country in the world, the first modern games were much more intimate. Only 241 athletes participated, representing just 14 countries, including Greece, France, the United States, and Germany. Interestingly, all of the participants were men. Women wouldn't get their chance to compete until the 1900 Paris Games. Still, these 241 men competed in a total of 43 events, covering track and field, gymnastics, wrestling, swimming, and more. But here's a fact that might surprise you. The first gold medals awarded at the Olympics weren't gold at all. The winners received silver medals because gold was considered too expensive. In fact, it wasn't until the 1904 St. Louis Games that the now iconic gold, silver, and bronze system was introduced. One of the most exciting moments of the 1896 Olympics was the introduction of the marathon, a race inspired by the legendary run of the ancient Greek soldier Phidippides, who supposedly ran from the town of Marathon to Athens to deliver news of victory over the Persians. The marathon, as we know it today, was first run during these games, and it quickly became one of the most thrilling events. In 1896, the winner of this historic race was Spiridon Louis, a humble Greek water carrier. His victory wasn't just a personal triumph, it became a symbol of national pride for Greece, and Louis was celebrated as a hero. Imagine being there to witness the first ever Olympic marathon victory, a race that continues to be one of the most watched events in the modern games. The 1896 Olympics weren't without their struggles. The facilities were far from the high-tech stadiums we're used to today. Many of the events were held in the ancient Panathenaic Stadium, which had been recently restored using marble. While it was an iconic location, the athletes had to deal with challenging conditions. For example, the swimming events took place in the open waters of the Bay of Zia, with no lanes or temperature control. Athletes had to swim in freezing waters, and many struggled to finish their races. But despite these obstacles, the Games were a massive success, and they laid the foundation for what the Olympics would become. The audience loved the mix of ancient tradition and modern sportsmanship. Athletes were competing for the love of the game, not money or fame. It was about bringing nations together peacefully, an ideal that would continue to shape the Olympics for years to come. One little-known fact is that these first games didn't just inspire the Olympic movement, they also helped heal Greece itself. Coming out of political and financial struggles, hosting the Games became a point of national pride. The success of the Olympics boosted the morale of the Greek people and reinforced the idea that sport could unite, heal, and inspire. It wasn't just about medals and records. It was about building something bigger than any one athlete or country. The first modern Olympic Games may have started small, but their impact has been enormous. From the challenges faced by a recovering Greece to the triumphs of athletes like Spiridon Louis, the 1896 Games were more than just a sporting event. They were a symbol of hope, unity, and determination. So if you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us for more untold stories from history. The world is filled with incredible moments just waiting to be rediscovered, and together we'll uncover them one by one. Don't miss out.